Hi, guys. Thanks for tuning into Real Talk with Michelle for another episode of Small Talk Tuesday. Thanks again for tuning in. Thanks for everybody that's been leaving me feedback. Thank you so much for definitely lending your support to Real Talk with Michelle. It's greatly appreciated. If you wanted to support Real Talk with Michelle, you can go to anchor.fm/Real Talk with Michelle /support. You can leave a small amount, you can donate once, you can donate a bunch of times. Doesn't matter. Thank you so much for your support and those who've already done it. So this week, it's been another bit of interesting energy. I have been pulling cards this week for people and kind of been getting in for myself too, and just getting into honing in on some skills that I know that I have and that I've always had. I'll talk about that more later in another episode. And this doesn't mean that you aren't born with these things. These are just specific to myself because we're all different. But the energy has definitely been around personal power and getting back to figuring out our own things outside of other people. And before I talk about what card I pulled, I want to really go into what that means. This is really specific to feminine energy with heavily masculine undertones. So I've kind of been realizing that maybe investing so much into other people's feelings or relationships that I'm in, maybe I have to really invest back into me. And the energy that comes with it is really heavy. It's burdensome, and it weighs really heavy on the minds of all of us. So I feel like we've all been feeling like, I want to really take care of people. I want to really make sure everything in my life is perfect. I really want to make sure all these things are good. When in reality, we have to fall back a little bit and kind of let things happen, ease up. Surrender was a word that keeps coming into my practice, and when I'm pulling is to surrender to the energy, to surrender to what the greater universe is telling you. It's telling you that you have to let go of control. And once you let go of control, so much more things can flow into you, can happen for you. So before I talk about the card that I pulled for this week and why that makes so much sense, I want to take a break and let you hear a word from our sponsors. Okay, welcome back. So the card that I pulled this week was the Ace of Cups. It's a wonderful card. The Ace of Cups represents fertility and celebration. The card itself shows a cup. The cup is overflowing. It's facing the heavens. It's ready to receive. It's open. There's an open hand. The palm is ready. Everything is overflowing. Everything is coming in abundance. Everything is happening that's supposed to happen. The water is basically there. It's ready for everybody to come drink. It's just a wonderful, wonderful card to pull in a reading. With that being said, this card came out reversed, which is, it's not bad because I never think of my readings as bad. I think of my readings as lessons, and I don't take any of it too seriously. I take it as this is something I'm supposed to be seeing. With that in mind, I'm very open and objective to the message, so I don't exactly attack the card and say, oh my God, this is going to happen. It's so bad. It's horrible, because it's not. So the Ace of Cups in reverse is kind of a relationship situation that you may have been in that might be kind of disappointing, and it's ending even though the matter itself, you might still love what's going on. You might still care about whatever the situation may be. And when it says relationships, I'm in a relationship with my business, my nail salon. I'm in a relationship with a person, a significant other. I'm in relationships with my friends. I'm in so many different relationships. So I make sure that I attribute it to thinking about the greater whole of it instead of it being like, oh my God, I'm about to break up with my boyfriend. Or I'm about to lose one of my friends. I really like to think of it as a whole. Let the situation play itself out. You might have to check back with this in like a month because this might not be what's going on right now. So that's also very important to remember too about happy and about upright and reverse cards in the reading. But it could, it just, the relationship itself is not flowing for you anymore. It's not abundant. It doesn't feel good. It doesn't feel right. And you can tell, like, when you flip the card over, the water is still flowing from it, but it's saying to me, like, you have to, like, leave this situation, this disappointing situation, to get to flip the cup back over. But the water is still running out of the cup. There's still good there. There's still love there. It's ending in love. It's ending in people being grateful that it's over because it needs to be over. You've received good things from it in the upright position. You've received the stuff that you're supposed to get out of this relationship, this friendship, this job, these things. So learn to release those. Learn to let the universe guide you. Let the universe keep you going. Let the higher power take you on to the next step. Because this card could kind of feel like there was rose-colored glasses on. There's people who were being dishonest about how they may have felt in the whole situation. And that's kind of hard sometimes when we have to, like, admit to ourselves that we were expressing the love, but not like showing the love or really giving the love, or just saying like, I love you, or I love this job, or I love this, because we thought we could talk ourselves into loving that thing further or keep getting things out of it that were surely over. That's making the relationship really unstable, and it's not suitable for you to move forward. So my advice to you this week is to not fight those things that are asking for you to release them. Release them. We talk about this all the time. Release those situations. Let them go. Let them flow. Say I love you and mean it. I love you, old job, but I need to do something else. I love you, friend, but I got to move forward. I love you, ex-lover, but I got to keep going. Because if we want to flip this Ace of Cups back over and let the energy flow into the cup versus out of the cup for other people, for the way other people feel, we have to flip the cup back over and we have to say, I want to receive love back into my cup, so I'm willing to sacrifice this thing. Gosh, I hate giving things away. This is part of me. I don't like letting stuff go. I do it with ease because I honestly can say I was taught to do this, like taught to just be like, forget that. Thanks, Mom. And so what I have to say is surrender, release, breathe through it. Know that there was once love there, that it was once a good thing. These are my lessons too. I want you to know I'm not giving you advice. These are lessons that I take every day. Thanks, Ace of Cups. All right. Thanks for tuning in to Real Talk with Michelle for another episode of Small Talk Tuesday. I really appreciate your support. Make sure you like, rate, subscribe everywhere that you can listen to my podcast. Even if you're listening to it on Apple, go to Spotify if you have it. Subscribe there too. Every little bit helps. Thanks to everybody who has given support to Real Talk with Michelle. If you want to support the podcast, help me keep future episodes going, make sure that you go to anchor.fm/Real Talk with Michelle /support. If you listen on Anchor, which was where I put the podcast out first, the link to support is on the podcast page. Thank you so much for that. I really appreciate it. Anything you can give, small amounts. I've gotten some nice amounts. Thanks, guys. Or just anything. I really appreciate it. Also, if you're in Anchor, you can leave me a voicemail. I love hearing those. Let me know what you like about it, what you want to know more about. I am open. Gosh, this is so great. Thanks for tuning in to Real Talk with Michelle, and I'll talk to you next week. Bye.